The following material, content, and information is covered under fair use. This is for training and educational purposes only, and teaching and commenting in a classroom setting. Again, this is for training and educational purposes only. This does not constitute financial advice, legal advice, or tax advice. If you need any type of the aforementioned advice, please seek competent counsel from the applicable professional. Do your own due diligence, regardless of who presents the information. All rights reserved without prejudice. Hey everyone, it's B with To Be Fruitful Training Group. All praises to the Most High. And today we're going over why leasing is actually fraud. So out of Psalms 5 and 6, King James Version. Thou shalt destroy them that speak leasing. The Most High will abhor the bloody and deceitful man. But as for me, I will come into thy house in the multitude of thy mercy, and in thy fear will I worship toward thy holy temple. Lead me, O Most High, in thy righteousness, because of mine enemies. Make thy way straight before my face, for there is no faithfulness in their mouth. Their inward part is very wickedness. Their throat is an open sepulchre. They flatter with their tongue. And further, out of Psalms 4 and 2, O ye sons of men, how long will ye turn my glory into shame? How long will ye love vanity and seek after leasing? Selah. But know that the Most High hath set apart him that is godly for himself. The Most High will hear when I call unto him. Stand in awe and sin not. Commune with your own heart upon your bed, and be still. Selah. Offer the sacrifices of righteousness, and put your trust in the Most High. So we know what the scripture says about leasing. So we already know it's wrong. But what is the remedy for this? Well, we look to the Cestui Que Vie Act of 1707. And it says, Part 3, if it appears afterwards in any action to be brought that such tenant for life was alive at the time the order made, then he or she may re-enter and have action for rent, etc. Provided always that if it shall afterwards appear upon proof in any action to be brought that such infant married woman or other person for whose life any such estate is holden were alive at the time of such order made, that then it shall be lawful for such infant married woman, guardian or trustee, or other person having any estate or interest determinable upon such life to re-enter upon the said lands, tenements, or hereditaments, and for such infant married woman or other person having any estate or interest determinable upon such life, their executors, administrators, or assigns, to maintain an action against those who since the said order receive the profits of such lands, tenements, or hereditaments, or their executors or administrators, and therein to recover full damages for the profits of the same received from the time that such infant married woman or other person having an estate or interest determinable upon such life were ousted of the possession of such lands, tenements, or hereditaments. So most people really don't consider, like, why are there so many tax credits and tax incentives and different like promotions almost, by the the federal government and the IRS and other things to get into multifamily investing and rental properties and the real estate in regards to leasing to tenants and other things like that. Well, they're essentially making themselves liable for all of the rents and profits made for any lease. Because did you know that you have a right to know what financial institution that rent is being held at? The landlord has a duty to tell you. So most of the time they actually keep that rent money actually in their personal checking account, and that's actually illegal because they're commingling funds. They're supposed to be putting those rent monies in an entirely separate account, either non-interest bearing or interest bearing, for the benefit of the tenant. So you have, clearly there's a remedy here, and there's also different rights associated with tenants, in the public. But there's another thing too is most people don't even consider, when you start, a lease, what do you fill out? An application, right? Well, what are you applying? Because of House Joint Resolution 192, Public Law 73-10, and Nixon's suspension of the gold standard in 71, we've been on a fiat currency. There's no lawful money, gold and silver, as mentioned in the original organic written Constitution for the United States of America. I mean, you're applying the credit. That's what you're applying. An application is the application of your credit to the transaction. So, how are you paying rent every month for something that's already been prepaid using your credit that was already applied to the transaction before you moved in? So, like I said, do your due diligence. Make sure you prove everything on the basis of 2 to 3 witnesses. That's Deuteronomy 19:15. And like I said, just fact check everything. Make sure you stand on what you know. And like I said, equity will not allow, and equity will not suffer a wrong to be without a remedy. So, don't give up and forfeit all your rights. There's always a remedy. Something else to be aware of too is, especially with the ongoing bankruptcies, that social security number, well, it's tied to a social security card, a social security credit card. So we're looking at Title 15, United States Code 1602, and you go down to L. So K and L. So the term credit card means any card, plate, coupon book, or other credit device existing for the purpose of obtaining money, property, labor, or services on credit. So, most people are walking around with credit cards and they don't even know it. So why do you think, everyone always asks for, the social security number? Because they want to tap your private credit. If you found this material and content informative and helpful, please consider liking, commenting, and subscribing. Also, if you'd like to support this channel further, any donations can be sent to BL to be fruitful, and this is on Cashapp. Any donations over $50 will receive access to Be Fruitful Training Group's private library. I'd like to give a big thank you to all of my current and new subscribers. Just yesterday, it hit over 500, and today we're well over 600. So I'd just like to give, a big thank you to everyone that took the time to, review the content on this page, and all of the positive comments and the likes. It goes a long way. It goes a long way. Thank you to everyone, and like I said, I hope this was, a help to you in your journey in law. And with that, all praises to the Most High. This is B with To Be Fruitful Training Group, and we'll catch you on the next one. Thank you.